Hello friends, in this particular video I'll be telling you about the break statement. Now, whenever you want to come out of a loop without the condition being false for the loop, then we have to use break. So let's say while some condition and this condition is true and you want to come out of this particular loop, so the control you want to bring out and still the condition is true. So how to do that? So here comes the break statement. So break is the statement which will make the control come out of the loop without knowing that it is true. Or in other words, if it is true itself, then it will make it come out. Break normally is used in conjunction with conditional statement. That means if or else. So to make you understand how this break works, let's say we want to add numbers entered by the user and we in priori don't know how many numbers the user is going to add. Let's say he enters 10, 20, 5, 9, 7 and so on. So in this way this loop will run forever. So if you want to terminate, let's say these are the numbers we want to add, then after this you enter 0. So 0 is the termination condition. That means 0 will be the stopping criteria. So when the number entered by the user is 0, the program should do what? It should add all the numbers. That means return the sum of numbers. And at the same time, it should also return the average of numbers. That is the sum divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. Here 5 is the number or the count of the numbers entered by the user devoid of this 0. So how to make a loop infinite first? So any non-zero number in the condition, so if it is any non-zero number inside the parenthesis will make this loop run for infinity, because any non-zero number means true always. Okay, so here what we will be doing is we will be using two we will be using basically if else condition. That is, if the number is not 0, then the program should evaluate the sum of numbers, and as well as the program should increase the counter by 1, and if it so happened that the number entered by the user came out to be 0, then the program should return sum, then average, evaluate the average and return it, and then finally break out of this loop forever. So this is the termination condition. So let us write a code for it. So let's say um, n is the number, okay, and sum is the sum of numbers, and count is the counter. Now understand. Now I have to again reevaluate, rethink that whether can I make this sum integer. No, in proper sense, not, because if user entered, let's say 5.9, then that is a float. So I should make it as float. But the counter, that means the number of numbers, will always be going to be what? Uh, Integer. So let's say counter I'm initializing to this, and let's say the number is float. As well as sum will be float, and let us start with 0. Then average, okay. Then start the while loop and make it true always. That means any non-zero number, 1. Then the moment you entered into the loop, you will be asking the user, enter a number. printf enter any number, enter a number, let's say. Then transferring it to the memory location of n. Then what? Now we'll be checking. If the number entered by the user is not equal to 0, then what? Then sum is equal to sum plus 1, and then this count will be equal to count plus 1. Okay. And the moment it becomes 0, else you printf the sum. Let's have to only 2 places of decimal and evaluate the average. So how to evaluate the average? Average will be sum divided by count. And then print the average. Let us copy this. This is sum average is equal to AVG. And after this, break the loop, come out of the loop forever, and run it. So it is saying that there is no semicolon there. So enter a number. I entered, let's say 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Let's say I want to exit the loop. 0. So 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, plus 2, 14, plus 1, 15. So the sum is 15 and the number are 5. So 15 by 3 will come out as 5. So the sum will be 15 and average will be 5. Now it is giving average as 1 and sum as 5. Why it is doing this? Because I have done a mistake, and the mistake is I have added 1. It should be n, not 1. Okay. So let us enter a number. So number entered is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 0. So the sum is 15 and the average is 3. So friends, remember that while doing or while writing a program, it may so happen that you perform some task or you write something, you do some typographic error. But once you execute the program, you should be in a position to identify that error. And that can only happen easily if you understand the logic behind the error, that why this error is coming. Okay. So that's it. In this particular video, I have explained you how to use the break statement to come out of a loop at any time. So in this video, till this point only, thank you very much.